Hello, I'm Chanelle and welcome to The Gist. We all know #trans is beautiful, so it's only justified we are given the absolute treat of seeing the most beautiful, intelligent, talented trans women compete in a pageant. Miss Trans Global is an international digital pageant for trans and gender non-conforming people with the purpose of raising awareness of the plight of transgender people around the world. And obviously an excuse to slay in a pretty dress and win a crown. Miss Trans Global is now bringing a franchise to the famously anti-LGBT country of Nigeria. Several trans women will compete for the title of Miss Trans Global Nigeria, creating visibility in a place where there is little, and getting an opportunity to later compete against queens from other countries. Registration is currently still open and the contest will be held at the end of March. Also making headlines in Nigeria, irony. The son of a very vocally anti-LGBT politician has come flying out of the closet declaring on Instagram that he is gay AF. His father tweeted about the post, mentioning that he's known this about his son for a while, but he continues to be vehemently opposed to homosexuality. Bolu Okupe is unapologetically himself and will continue to be a shining rainbow example for other LGBT Nigerians. In news from the world's smallest continent, the women and children's only McIver's Ladies Baths in Sydney are in hot water over their response to a question on their website that asked whether trans women were allowed in the pools. The Randwick and Coogee Ladies Swimming Association that runs the baths replied saying that only trans women who have had gender confirmation surgery would be allowed entry. The response was later amended to say that transgender women are welcome, but they adhere to the definition from the NSW Discrimination Act. According to that act, a transgender person is someone who has had their sex legally changed. The new response is still being criticized for allowing them to ban pre-op transgender people. And in the happiest news that the US has had in 4 years, new President Joe Biden has already made some sweeping moves for the trans community. President Biden has signed over 20 executive orders in just a few short weeks in office. And one of them reversed former President Trump's ban on transgender people in the military. And he also named Rachel Levine his Assistant Secretary of Health, making her the first openly transgender federal official to be appointed by the US Senate. Here's to hoping that President Biden continues his efforts to be an ally to the LGBT community. And now over to Kyng R3mz for sports.
Thank you, Chanelle. I'm your sports correspondent, Kyng R3mz. Our first news story of the day, big up Jennifer King, who's become the first female full-time coach in the NFL. Jennifer's been making history in her own right as the assistant running back coach for the Washington football team. And whilst Jennifer hasn't confirmed her sexuality, the team thinks she's playing with us. But either way, as a black woman raising the standard in a sport that's usually reserved for white men, big up yourself and you go, girl. In celebration of LGBTQ+ History Month, every week I will be highlighting a successful LGBTQ+ athlete in their field. This week we're celebrating Orlando Cruz, the first openly gay boxer. As an amateur boxer, Cruz represented Puerto Rico at the 2000 Olympic Games. He also came out whilst an active professional in the game, which is a big achievement. And he said, I quote, "I have been and will always be a proud Puerto Rican. I have and always will be a proud gay man." And whilst his quest to be the first gay world champion was unsuccessful, he's still highly regarded in his field and was amongst the first class of inductees in the National Gay and Lesbian Sports Hall of Fame on August 2nd, 2013. Mr. Cruz, for not being afraid to be who you are in such a hostile sporting environment, we salute you, sir. Back to you, Chanelle.
And that's The Gist this week. I'm Chanelle Gibson. Thank you for watching.